What's up, guys? I thought I'd reach out to you as I start my day to follow up on the Francisco Rodriguez Jr. drug testing situation. Shout out to Bruce Vane. Came across his video last night where he was talking about this situation, giving an update. Eddie Hearn made some comments basically exposing that Francisco Rodriguez Jr. had tested positive. And that's why his previous fight before Yafai was overturned to a no contest. Big failure on a box race part to not say that it was because of a drug test failure. Also, big failure on the part of the Texas Commission for not saying what it was and why it was overturned. It seemed like it was not public knowledge, all right? But it has come out. The WBC released a statement on their website. I looked at it and read over it myself. Where they talked about, what he tested positive for, and how they viewed the situation, which is terrible. Just a shining example as to why I stopped talking about the clean boxing program and body testing and all that, because it just appears to be a sham. Just something to make themselves look good, like they're doing something when they are not doing nothing to guys who test positive, all right? He tested positive for something called heptaminol, all right? And of course, it helps with endurance, as I knew and said, as I suspected after the fight, because as I said over and over again, the guy was a 5-round fighter. All right, and then two of his biggest fights, he was a 5-round fighter. Then all of a sudden, he became a 12-round, non-stop punching power machine. All right, no, guys, WBC, according to their own words, accepted his claim that this stuff was in a booster, an over-the-counter booster that he bought and took. And that it was on the label, that he had 2 banned substances in this booster on the label, and that he put it on the clean boxing program forms, and for some reason they let him fight with it anyway, which I feel like they incriminated themselves. But they are basically saying that he unknowingly, unwillingly took the shit, and because of that, they're only giving him a 12-month probation, which during his probation, he has to pay for 3 out-of-pocket body tests for himself. I guess he won't know when the tests are coming, but he has to pay for those over the course of a year. He got to test clean on them. And they also have reinstated Yafai as the interim champion, deeming the fight a no contest in their eyes, even though Britain has not officially changed to a no contest yet. They're still doing their investigation, but they have ordered an immediate rematch between the two guys. Now, guys, in my opinion, in my very strong opinion, Yafai should decline this rematch, and he should file a lawsuit against the WBC and Rodriguez, all right? A multi-million-dollar lawsuit is what Galal Yafai needs to do, all right? For negligence, fraud, and possible collusion, all right? The WBC incriminated themselves as far as I'm concerned. They, by their own words now, even if we don't know if this is true or not, which I would like a lawsuit to find out if it actually is true, because it might not be true, all right? According to their own words, this guy disclosed that he took a banned substance. He was taking a booster that had 2 banned substances listed on the ingredients on the booster, all right? If that's true, why did the WBC let this fight go through? Why didn't somebody catch that on the form and immediately put a stop to this fight? Or did they get this on the form and just put it in a drawer somewhere and only refer to it if something positive happened on the test? There's no excuse for that, all right? The WBC should be held accountable for that. You know, how could you let a fight go through if the guy you know, put something down that he was taking that was banned? All right, you know. Then they saying he unwillingly, unknowingly took it. Well, he did willingly and knowingly take it because it was on the label, according to you guys. All right, so that makes no sense to me. Guilty as charged as far as I'm concerned. This is a slam dunk case for Yafai. If I was him, I would never fight in a WBC sanctioned fight again, and I would file an immediate lawsuit against both for what happened. All right. You know, he this is not a time to pound his chest and I'm gonna get it back in blood and I'm gonna get revenge, I'm gonna put it on him. No, this ain't the time for the brawn. All right, for the balls. It's time for the brains. You know, it's time to be smart here. In my opinion, a slam dunk win. You know, in this situation, guys. You know, this is terrible, man. I did the research on this. When I finish uploading this video, I will upload the video, an AI video. All right. I got a ton of information on this. You know, AI makes research so much easier now. This would have taken me hours to get this information, and I got it in, you know, seconds. You know, just type in the information, the questions that you have, and AI provides all the info. Guys, this heptaminol is dangerous. This is so bad that it is not permitted. You know, and we know, if you guys watch my previous videos, you know, years ago I did a video talking about the differences between VADA and USADA, the differences between VADA and WADA. All right, for those of you that don't know, USADA and UK Anti-Doping follow WADA code, the World Anti-Doping Agency. VADA is different. VADA, if it's banned by VADA, it's banned at all times. It cannot show up in your system at any point. You know, if there is no in competition, out of competition. You're always considered in competition, and if it's banned, it cannot be in your body at any time. All right, under World Anti-Doping, which is USADA and UK Anti-Doping, they have in competition lists and out of competition lists. In competition is the day of the fight. All right. Other than that, everything else is out of competition. You know, there are things that you can do. You can't cheat legally. Stimulants, underwater, USADA, UK Anti-Doping, like Billy Joe's oxylofrene. You know, he could do that during camp, and it would not be a problem because he's considered out of competition. All right. Well, this heptaminol is so powerful that even by water standards, UK Anti-Doping and USADA, you cannot have this shit in your system at any point, in competition or out of competition. All right, that's how bad it is. According to my research, heptaminol is not listed on any supplement, any booster, anything sold over the counter in the world. It's only a prescription drug, or you know, it's probably some black market type shit. All right, some contaminated stuff. All right, something like that. But it should not be in a booster or anything over the counter in the United States or in Mexico. I also came across something called Octodrine. You know, this can cause a positive test for heptaminol. All right, it can basically turn that into heptaminol in your body once you consume it. All right. And again, you know, it said that that's not sold in any over-the-counter thing in the U.S. or in Mexico. All right. So what they are saying, that, you know, they did not list what the two banned things were that he popped for, even though it only said he popped for one thing, but he had two banned substances in his booster. But, you know, from my research, it should not be in any over-the-counter type supplement. You know, you only get this from prescription or some shady shit. All right, some type of contamination. So this is foul, guys. This does not smell good. Yafai needs to file a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Rodriguez and WBC, for fraud and possible collusion, all right, and negligence. They let this guy, according to the WBC, this guy put this stuff on his forums, and they still let him go through with the fight. He put a lot of damage on Yafai. People need to be held accountable, man. Fuck all this rematch shit and you still a champ, all this and that. He needs to decline the WBC's rematch, vacate his belt, and file a lawsuit. All right, hell, let the lawyer do the talking. Don't say shit. That's what I would like to see, because I want to see all this shit come out. I want to see if what they saying is true or not. He can go another route to get a world title if he wants to continue boxing. Hell, I'd probably be tempted to get out the game. He could get millions from this lawsuit, get out. But he can fight for the IBF, the WBA, the IBO, IBA, hell, whatever, and go another route, man. It's sickening, man. But I will upload the AI video. I shortened it to like a little under 3 minutes. All the information is in there for you guys. But it was a lot more than that. I could have made a very long video for all the info I got, but I had to break it down into a smaller version. And should give all the information that you need to know about heptaminol and octodrine, all right? It's crazy, man. This shit is nasty and sick, man. So I think that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. I can't wait to see how this plays out. Somebody send this video to Yafai, to his people. Do not fight for the WBC again. File a lawsuit. This is a moneymaker here. You were done wrong. The WBC admitted that they did wrong. They let this guy go through with the fight, and he had, according to them, put something on paper that said that he was doing something that was banned, all right? And he giving him a slap on the wrist and wants you to fight the guy again. Is it Mexican prejudice? You tell me. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll check in with you soon. Thanks for watching.